Welcome to Artifacts and Arts Across America on Traveling with Francoise, as we are on an ACT tour to South Dakota.
Hey, want to travel? I'll take you there. Want to dine? I'll tell you where. Play golf? I'll pick the spot and I light it. I know it's hot. It's never too late to get a life.
Now nicknamed Mount Rushmore State, the territory that would become South Dakota was added to the United States in 1803 as part of the Louisiana Purchase. The first permanent American settlement was established at Fort Pierre by the Lewis and Clark expedition in 1804. White settlement of the territory in the 1800s led to clashes with the Sioux tribe, as some of the land had been granted to the tribe by an earlier treaty. Nevertheless, the territory was incorporated into the Union on November 2, 1889, along with North Dakota. Today, a major part of South Dakota's economy is fueled by tourism. Visitors flock to the state to see Mount Rushmore and the beautiful scenery that abounds in every direction. It's early morning in Rapid City, and everyone has boarded the bus, and we're on our way to Mount Rushmore.
Good morning!
We finally made it to Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is located in the Black Hills of Keystone, South Dakota, and depicts the faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abe Lincoln. Isn't it incredible? The idea of creating a sculpture in the Black Hills was dreamed up in 1923 by South Dakota historian Doane Robinson. He wanted to find a way to attract tourists to the state. Each president's face is 60 feet high. Original plans for Mount Rushmore included carving the presidents all the way down to their waists, instead of just their heads. Congress shut down the idea shortly after construction began, leaving an unfinished 70-foot tunnel behind the Mount Rushmore faces. There is no entrance fee, but there is an $11 fee to the park at the memorial. And each night, Mount Rushmore gets illuminated for 2 hours. It is truly spectacular. It took a crew of 400 men 14 years to blast and sculpt the 4 former presidents. Over 800 million pounds of stone was removed while sculpting. Mount Rushmore is made of granite and erodes about 1 inch every 10,000 years. After about 500,000 years, there will likely have lost some of the definition, but these faces that you see behind me will last probably 7 million years. The best trail for viewing is the President's Trail, but a must, and you're going to have to walk through it before you even get to the end here where the terrace is the Avenue of the Flags. Very patriotic, and actually almost the whole experience will bring tears to your eyes. The Black Hills is an area of one of the most beautiful and varied ecosystems in the world, covering over 5 million acres of forest and mountain lands. It goes from prairie to mountain in a very short drive, and both ecosystems. From the 4 faces carved high on Mount Rushmore and the cathedral spires of Custer State Park to the wondrous caverns of Wind Cave, from the otherworldly Badlands in the east to Devil's Tower in the west, the Black Hills are home to many truly monumental places. The history of the Black Hills is short and turbulent. In fact, dinosaur bones and some ancient archaeological sites from prehistory are the only hard evidence of the happenings prior to 1700. The first trace of modern civilization dates back from 1743, when New World explorers claimed the region for France. Sioux Indian tribes achieved dominance of Dakota in the 1780s, and there was a brief but legendary fur trade era that flourished between 1817 and 1857. Homesteading, settlement, and railroading were well underway in eastern South Dakota in 1857, but the Black Hills remained an unknown wilderness of Indian country. The first maps of the hills were drawn from military reconnaissance in 1856, and Lieutenant Colonel George A. Custer touched off a gold rush to the Black Hills when his expedition discovered gold in 1874. Within 15 years, the hills were civilized with settlements, railroads, institutions, industry, and agriculture. In the process, the native peoples of Dakota were relegated to reservations. Keystone, South Dakota is the closest city in the Black Hills to Mount Rushmore, which is located only 3 miles away. Rich in gold mining history, the quaint town of Keystone was once a boom town after the discovery of placer gold 2 miles east of its current location. Placer gold is still thought to exist in abundance, but the great depth of the deposits makes it difficult and impractical to reach. Born in 1840 along the Rapid Creek, Crazy Horse, originally known as Curly, was one of the most powerful regarded Native Americans, second only to Sitting Bull. This monument has been in progress since 1948. Cemented in history as a Native American war leader and fearless defender of Native American culture, territory, and life, Crazy Horse has come to represent the freedom of the Native American spirit and the historic, continuing effort to preserve Native American culture within American society. The monument is being carved out of Thunderhead Mountain on land considered sacred by some Oglala Lakota, between Custer Hill and Hill City, roughly 17 miles from Mount Rushmore. The sculpture's final dimensions are planned to be 641 feet long, 563 feet high. The arm of Crazy Horse will be 263 feet long and the head 87 feet high. By comparison, the heads of the 4 U.S. presidents at Mount Rushmore are only 60 feet high. The monument has been in progress since 1948 and is far from completion. If completed as designed, it would become the world's second tallest statue after the Statue of Unity. You could spend the day just looking at the memorial, but there's so much more to see. After you've seen it, give yourself plenty of time to explore the expansive Welcome Center and the gift shop where you can take home a piece of history. Custer State Park is named for George A. Custer, who led a scientific army expedition into the Black Hills in 1874. Though the expedition discovered gold, Custer seemed more interested in the area's uncommon natural beauty. The Wildlife Loop was born, traveling through 18 miles of open grasslands and pine-speckled hills that much of the park's wildlife calls home. Depending on the day, you might see buffalo, pronghorn, whitetail, and mule deer, elk, coyotes, burros, and prairie dogs, eagles, hawks, and a variety of other birds rarely found together in one location. The landscape changes throughout your trip, keeping you on your toes as we made 376 turns, 22 switchbacks, over 3 pigtail bridges, and 3 tunnels that large RVs will not fit through.
A small one, but this one too will perfectly frame Mount Rushmore as we're driving through it. Oh yeah, there it is.
And if you don't want to sound like a tourist, South Dakotians don't use the word bison, they call them buffalo. The state park offers camping and lodging and miles of hiking and equestrian trails, lakes for water sports, and an abundance of incredible scenery.
Simple, safe, secure. Your home, your business, your life. Protected 24/7 by Command One Security, the trusted local experts. Command One Security offers fire, burglar, and medical protection with remote access for control on the go. Our competitively priced quality products use the latest technology. Get free conversion for most existing systems and 3 months free monitoring. No landline required. Simple, safe, secure. Command One Security. Visit us online for options and special offers.
A1 Custom Golf Cars in Palm Desert is the Valley's leader in custom-built, street-legal lithium battery golf cars, holding a charge much longer than conventional golf cars with no water to add, no messy acid leaks, and no maintenance. At A1, our covered lithium battery systems last 10 to 15 years, delivering 60 to 100 amp hours of power. Join the new generation of street-legal lithium battery-powered golf car owners today, only at A1 Custom Golf Cars, with 3 locations to serve you. Traveling with Francoise has expanded with a new parent company, Artifacts and Arts Across America, a registered 501c3. Our mission is to explore, educate, and inspire you to visit the blueprint of America, small towns. We'll help spread the word about these amazing places with your help. You can donate by visiting the homepage of travelingwithfrancoise.com, as we are currently building the AAA America website. These small towns need our help now. Thank you for your support. This portion of Traveling with Francoise is brought to you by Indian Ridge Country Club in Palm Desert. Love where you play. The 500, located in Palm Springs and home to Ristretto and Gallery 500. Diane Williams and Associates. Trust experience, experience trust. B. Olson's Jewelers, a family tradition. ACT Tours, explore the world. CoachellaValley.com. If it's happening, it's here at CoachellaValley.com. Welcome back to Traveling with Francoise. Today, our ACT Tours adventure brings us to some of the different cities of South Dakota. We're at Lead right now. We're going to go to Sturgis later on, and then we're going to hit Deadwood City. But here at Lead, settled in 1876, Lead was founded at the site of the gold discoveries that eventually became the Homestake Mine, which you'll see behind me. It is this incredibly large, huge hole that is no longer in use anymore. This is the single greatest producing gold mine in America. The Black Hills were long overlooked by prospectors and explorers, moving west due to hostile Indians and a government treaty with the Indians that kept out gold seekers. Once gold was discovered in the Deadwood area in 1876, the government ignored the treaties and moved the Indians out of the Black Hills. The result was a frenzied influx of treasure seekers, and the Black Hills gold rush was on. The mine closed in 2001, and today the population here in Lead is about 3,500. In 1876, miners moved to the northern Black Hills, where they came across a gulch full of dead trees and a creek full of gold. Welcome to Deadwood. Now, this is not the Deadwood that you see on the HBO series, which actually they did do some filming here in Deadwood. It is the same area, same town, but now Deadwood is a huge tourist attraction with a lot of old buildings still in place that really is very charming and quaint. But there's casinos and beautiful historic hotels. The streets are brick-laid. It really is a lot of fun. Let's go and explore Deadwood, South Dakota. Here we are in downtown Deadwood. I'm with Bruce Kerr, and he was our bus driver for this trip with the Go to Tours. Hey Bruce, it's been quite a fun trip.
It has been.
All right. Now, Deadwood, you know all about Deadwood. What part of this city are we standing in? Our main street?
We're standing in the Badlands, otherwise known as the Red Light District. This is the block where all the brothels were. And this saloon right here, Wild Bill's, is where Wild Bill's got shot and killed.
Oh, and this is where he had the hand of aces and eights.
Aces and eights.
Dead man's hand. Dead man's hand. All right.
Now, the gentleman that shot and killed him, his name was Jack McCall. After he shot Wild Bill in the back of the head, ran out of the bar, ran down the street here for about a block or two, and then they caught him. They put him on trial, but he was acquitted of shooting Wild Bill. Now, after the state became a state in 1889, Jack McCall was on the eastern side of the state telling people what he had done. And because we were a state and we had laws now that they could put on the books, they retried him and hung him.
All right, Bruce, you were also telling me something about underneath this town, there's what?
Underneath this town, there are tunnels, and they're not mining tunnels. The tunnels that the Chinese used to use to do the laundry, and the local people up here at that time didn't want them wandering the streets. So there are tunnels and under all the motels here where they would gather up the laundry and then move them down further into the Chinese section of Deadwood.
So Bruce, tell us about the story between Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. Is there really a love story and all that?
Not really. That's been popularized quite a bit in movies and stuff. Calamity Jane and Wild Bill actually were the best of friends. They worked together on the Cheyenne Deadwood stagecoach line, and that's how they became friends. But after Wild Bill got shot and killed, Calamity Jane went around telling everybody that they were an item, that they were a couple. And she sold that story so well that when she passed away, they buried her right next to Wild Bill up on Mount Moriah Cemetery.
All right, and there's also a story that you were telling us earlier that people like to put shots of whiskey on Wild Bill's grave.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, bottles of whiskey, shots of whiskey. So that seems to be the thing that they like to remember Wild Bill by is drinking.
So we were in the lobby of saloon number 10. There's a casino down below. But then when you walk up this narrow flight of stairs, you will find the locals' favorite for lunch, which is the Deadwood Social Club in this old, amazing hotel. Now on the menu here, and this is a tip for you traveling to Deadwood, you can find a buffalo burger, you can find the pork belly patty melt, which sounds, I'm thinking about having that. They have pheasant, they have quite a selection here. Remember this name, the Deadwood Social Club. I see a couple signs that say ghost tours. Who are the ghosts here in Deadwood?
Right across the street from us is the Bullock Hotel. That is haunted. That is named after Seth Bullock, the local sheriff up here during the older 1880 Deadwood days. And the one right behind us here.
Okay.
The Fairmont Hotel is also haunted.
Okay, and I think the tours probably were talking about the ghosts and stuff because of the violence back in the old West days. Is that really where these ghosts come from, or?
Some of that is. Some of it's just people that passed away up here, and then old timers, and then they just their spirits have never left.
All right, well, I can see why, because Deadwood really is a fun place. I don't know, I could probably live here. What's the population?
In Deadwood, probably right around 1,800.
1,800, okay. So before you come to Deadwood, make sure you do a little research about the history here in this famous town in South Dakota. Really is a lot of fun, and there's a lot to see and do. And before I forget, I want to remind you that there's a trolley that will take you up and down the main street and take you around to all these sites. So Bruce here is not going to drive everybody everywhere on the bus. So thanks, Bruce, for joining us.
You're welcome.
Our trip to Sturgis came with snowfall, which is slightly unusual in May. Located at the eastern edge of the Black Hills, Sturgis, South Dakota is internationally famous for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. On August 14, 1938, a group of 9 men raced their motorcycles with a small group of people watching, and the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally was born. Since that first race in 1938, the rally has continued every year with the exception of 2 years during World War II. Each August, this event draws several 100,000 attendees from all over the globe. Now, 7 decades after the first rally, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is still going strong and doesn't show any signs of slowing down. The year-round population in Sturgis is 6,600 people. The history and importance of Sturgis and Meade County, however, predate the rally by many decades. In 1878, the U.S. Cavalry established a post in South Dakota named Fort Meade. Adjacent to that post, a small community of vendors set up near the fort. This enclave existed for the primary purpose of relieving the soldiers of some or all of their military pay by any means possible. The practice was termed scooping, and Scooptown was founded. Because of its geographical position and eventual importance as a trading center, Scooptown eventually was renamed after Samuel D. Sturgis, the first commander of Fort Meade.
Simple, safe, secure. Your home, your business, your life. Protected 24/7 by Command One Security, the trusted local experts. Command One Security offers fire, burglar, and medical protection with remote access for control on the go. Our competitively priced quality products use the latest technology. Get free conversion for most existing systems and 3 months free monitoring. No landline required. Simple, safe, secure. Command One Security. Visit us online for options and special offers.
A1 Custom Golf Cars in Palm Desert is the Valley's leader in custom-built, street-legal lithium battery golf cars, holding a charge much longer than conventional golf cars with no water to add, no messy acid leaks, and no maintenance. At A1, our covered lithium battery systems last 10 to 15 years, delivering 60 to 100 amp hours of power. Join the new generation of street-legal lithium battery-powered golf car owners today, only at A1 Custom Golf Cars, with 3 locations to serve you. Traveling with Francoise has expanded with a new parent company, Artifacts and Arts Across America, a registered 501c3. Our mission is to explore, educate, and inspire you to visit the blueprint of America, small towns. We'll help spread the word about these amazing places with your help. You can donate by visiting the homepage of travelingwithfrancoise.com, as we are currently building the AAA America website. These small towns need our help now. Thank you for your support. This portion of Traveling with Francoise is brought to you by Indian Ridge Country Club in Palm Desert. Love where you play. The 500, located in Palm Springs and home to Ristretto and Gallery 500. Diane Williams and Associates. Trust experience, experience trust. B. Olson's Jewelers, a family tradition. ACT Tours, explore the world. CoachellaValley.com. If it's happening, it's here at CoachellaValley.com. Welcome back to Traveling with Francoise. Named after the rapid creek on which the city is established, it is set against the eastern slope of the Black Hills mountain range. Rapid City was founded and originally known as Hay Camp in 1876 by a group of disappointed miners who promoted their new city as the gateway to the Black Hills, and now today as a city of presidents. Rapid City is split by a low mountain ridge called the Dakota Hogback that divides the western and eastern parts of the city. Start your exploration of downtown Rapid City by strolling from corner to corner of a 6-block area along Main Street, viewing life-size bronze sculptures of our 42 presidents. And this is Ronald Reagan. Hi, Ronald. And we're going to wander around and look at more of the presidents here. There's 42 of them, like I said, right here in downtown Rapid City, South Dakota. Each one gives insight into the personality and presidency of the subject. For example, President Theodore Roosevelt is shown in his Rough Rider uniform, and President John F. Kennedy is handing his son a toy plane. While in Rapid City, take time to visit the historic Hotel Alex Johnson, opened in 1928 and a member of the Historic Hotels of America. The hotel was built by its namesake, Alex Carlton Johnson, Vice President of the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad. The hotel was sold in 1956 and renamed the Sheraton Johnson Hotel and mentioned numerous times in dialogue in the 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film North by Northwest as the hotel where the mysterious George Kaplan will be staying. Hitchcock, Cary Grant, and Eva Marie Saint also stayed at the hotel while filming at nearby Mount Rushmore. In 1965, the hotel sold again and regained its original name. Today, as you walk into the lobby, look down and you'll notice the bricks you step on are all original. Look even closer and you will notice that some have Native American symbols embedded in them. Although one of the symbols looks suspiciously like a swastika, it's actually an ancient symbol that means the 4 sacred corners of the earth that was adopted by the Native Americans generations ago. The same symbol is found in many places throughout the Hotel Alex Johnson and is reflected in the one-of-a-kind chandelier made of war spears that has hung from the decorative rafters for over 80 years. Ghost stories abound at the famous hotel. The most popular is that of the Lady in White. During the 1970s, it was reported that a young bride committed suicide by flinging herself out the window of room 812. Those that knew the young woman insisted there was foul play, stating that she was much too happy and friendly to commit such an act. Today, guests claim the young bride wanders the halls of the 8th floor in a white gown, searching for those responsible for her death. It has been reported that the window of room 812 is often found open in the morning and that the dresser drawers are taken out, turned upside down, and put back in place. Besides the ghost sightings, while at the hotel, a must is the rooftop bar, offering panoramic views of Rapid City that you don't want to miss. Down the street from the Hotel Alex Johnson, you'll discover a world of art at Art Alley. The alley runs from 6th to 7th Streets and started in the early 2000s when the alley was used by an eclectic mix of business people and bohemians, artists and musicians, professionals and wayward travelers from all directions. Soon, for reasons unknown, the alley became a canvas where these people began to tell the story of their time. At some point, and quite organically, it became known simply as Art Alley. For those of you who love to shop while traveling, here's an insider's tip. In downtown Rapid City, you must go to Prairie Edge. It's right in the middle of town, and you can spend hours there. They have everything. So remember, Prairie Edge in downtown Rapid City. This is our last stop on our ACT adventure to South Dakota, where we visited Mount Rushmore, Deadwood, Sturgis, all sorts of phenomenal places. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Artifacts and Arts Across America on Traveling with Francoise. And remember, it's never too late to get alive.
Hey, want to travel? I'll take you there. Want to dine? I'll tell you where. Play golf? I'll pick the spot. Nightlife? I know it's hot.
You'll see all the presidents' bronze statues of all our presidents except for the last two. And they have little signs, and they have signs that go with. They don't have anything. Let me do that again. There's a 6-block area that they're all that has all these. is an old historic.
Are you freezing up?
I'm cold. Is an old historic city named after Rapid Creek, which was established back in, I don't know when. Traveling with Francoise has expanded with a new parent company, Artifacts and Arts Across America, a registered 501c3. Our mission is to explore, educate, and inspire you to visit the blueprint of America, small towns. We'll help spread the word about these amazing places with your help. You can donate by visiting the homepage of travelingwithfrancoise.com, as we are currently building the AAA America website. These small towns need our help now. Thank you for your support.
Simple, safe, secure. Your home, your business, your life. Protected 24/7 by Command One Security, the trusted local experts. Command One Security offers fire, burglar, and medical protection with remote access for control on the go. Our competitively priced quality products use the latest technology. Get free conversion for most existing systems and 3 months free monitoring. No landline required. Simple, safe, secure. Command One Security. Visit us online for options and special offers.